It's time to kick things off on Rip and Riff with
my Rip N Rant.
Thanks, Dave. Now, I've got two today. Jared's got one.
I think you have to start with what we did before the show, so we don't hold the audience's attention any further.
So this was a very late edition. Like, I noticed this story, like maybe literally 2 minutes before I hit go live, is that Aaron Rodgers did an interview with Tucker Carlson. It's very long, apparently. It's like over 2 hours. But one of the things they talked about in the interview is that Aaron Rodgers does not watch porn because he's, quote, not into that weird kinky shit. Let's start off the bat here by not all porn is weird and kinky. There is very straight, boring, missionary porn, number one. Number two, why are you looking your nose down on it? Not all of us are future Hall of Fame, multi-MVP, Super Bowl champion quarterbacks that can just go out and, we'll say, get in the red zone whenever they want. And, don't look down on it for the rest of us, okay?
Yeah, shout out to Tucker Carlson for getting this scoop, because when I think of, what I like to call the performing arts, I think Tucker Carlson.
Yes, absolutely. First guy, not James Lipton. No, Tucker Carlson.
No, I mean, it's an absurd comment. I will say that I am very particular about what I like, and I have very specific tastes that I will not get into here. But the quote unquote kinky stuff, that's not really one of them. It's if anything, I like the classy, high production value stuff. Nice music playing in the background.
Yeah. I mean, listen, and this is
something I feel like I could see at the airport if like watching porn at the airport was normal.
I mean, sometimes you got a long layover. And this is not the Jets' first foray into like having porn being mentioned. We all remember Rex Ryan and his wife with the foot fetish, and they were like making the video in the parking lot, like, "Hey, sweetie," he walks up to the car. You remember that? The foot fetish? Oh, man.
Yeah, very, very much remember Rex Ryan's foot fetish.
So I mean, only the Jets could have twice in a decade have that come happen. But that was just like I was like, wow, like we're looking down our nose on porn. Like, I don't know.
Rodgers probably has a very weird perspective, because he strikes me as someone who hasn't watched porn since he was 18 years old. Because you're Aaron Rodgers, you're a handsome guy. He's dated celebrities. He could date pretty much any. I believe he's still single right now, so he's probably as eligible a bachelor as there is in the U.S. and could realistically be with any woman he wants. So, like, why would you watch porn if you're Aaron Rodgers? I understand why I would watch porn. I don't understand why he would.
I mean, we come from a generation, like, do you remember the first Playboy you bought? I remember the bodega I got it from. It was the Sable edition. That was the first one. I remember me and my buddies all walked to the bodega. Hey, you guys are 18, right? Oh, yeah, we're 18.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's how far back we have to go.
Yeah, 100%.
But that was not my initial Rip and Rant. That just literally came up, 2:58 Eastern time today that I saw it on the feed. The one I was going to give, and I'm a Ranger fan here, and, we'll see what happens Thursday night, Game 6. Hopefully they don't let it go to a Game 7. But the Mark Messier Leadership Award was announced, and it went to Jacob Trouba. And I'm a Ranger fan. I can appreciate what he brings to the ice, even though he came very, very close to killing Martin Natchez a couple of games ago with an elbow to the head if he had actually connected with that. And I get that he's got the C on the sweater. How are you going to give a leadership award to one of the most notorious dirty players in the league? Like, I understand leadership and that are different, and maybe he's a great guy in the room and, all that, but like, not a great look to give a leadership award to somebody who headhunts and doesn't play the game clean all the time.
I'm glad you brought that up, because anytime the Devils fan brings it up, they'll be like, oh well, you justified all those Scott Stevens hits, and all I'll say about Scott Stevens is show me the clip of Scott Stevens trying what Jacob Trouba tried the other night. Show me that hit, and I will gladly take everything. You can't, because every Scott Stevens hit was clean.
I mean, listen, sometimes maybe but again, within the rules, what he did wasn't wrong. Nowadays, Scott Stevens would probably be, some of the hits he had, he would probably be suspended. But back then it wasn't wrong.
Right. But also, like, Scott Stevens, yeah, he's also not going to launch off of his skates and, and like elbows up and aim for somebody's head. That wasn't a Scott Stevens hit. No, like, Scott Stevens would, if you weren't looking, he would catch you going over the middle. Yeah, and like he might lead with his shoulder, but he would never like get his elbows up or anything like that. And like, Scott Stevens would certainly lay out big hits. He's certainly go ask Paul Correa.
Eric Lindros.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I found that whole thing interesting. I don't want to disparage the charitable work that Trouba does, which is probably the real reason why he won this award. I find the whole concept of the Mark Messier Award awarded by Mark Messier funny in that it's a made up award. It kind of has the same feeling as the Montgomery Burns Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence.
I forgot about that.
I'm glad you got that reference because, yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. Like Mark Trouba picked the captain of the Rangers to win some made up award that has his name on it. It's like, oh, well, lo and behold, color me surprised.
Yeah. Again, like leadership and dirty play, it can be mutually exclusive things, but it's just not a great look there to give it, especially. And I understand it's voted on, but like the guy literally just, almost, took his forearm and elbow right across.
No, I read doesn't Messier personally pick the winner?
Oh,
that's what I read in the ESPN story.
I okay, then that changes my perspective even more. Like, oh, you picked the Rangers captain, huh? Big surprise there.
So yeah, that kind of is what it is. Do you have anything else on this, or
no? I just thought that was interesting on all that. So yeah, I got my 2 out. You have one as well now.
Yeah. So the Walmart by me sucks. Like I just hate going there. I'm not going to get into detail why it sucks, other than it's not in a great area and it's not great clientele, and I'll leave that there. But I need to go buy motor oil and a filter because I have a deal with my mechanic where I take him the stuff, he does the oil change for me. So not a problem. I have no problem going out of my way to get all that sort of stuff. But I usually go to Walmart for that, which is like the only thing I go to Walmart for. And
Walmart, yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass to do it. So I had to do this yesterday. I was like, I really don't want to go to Walmart. So I was like, you know what? Target's basically Walmart. They sell all the same stuff. I'm sure Target has it. I go to Target. Did you know that Target does not sell motor oil?
I did not, because they're like the in-person Amazon. They have everything. Like, yeah,
Target I had no idea until I found out yesterday.
That surprised me.
Like, how are you Target? And like, I did a full lap around the store, and maybe your mileage may vary based on location. Maybe this is a Target in a shopping mall at the Palisades Mall. So like maybe for whatever convoluted reason they just don't carry it because there's not enough space or whatever. But did the full wrap around, the beauty aisle and the CVS, the pharmacy, the grocery area, the sporting goods, like the outdoor goods, the electronics, all the way to like the like camping gear, like outdoor stuff, like patio furniture and stuff like that.
No automotive section?
I couldn't believe it.
Not even like wiper blades, nothing. Not even like a
not even that. If it was there, it's tucked away in a corner somewhere, and I couldn't find it. So I was just stunned, and then I wound up having to go to Walmart anyways to get what I needed.
If you don't like that Walmart, maybe move to the one by Corey Parson down in South Carolina. He makes that Walmart seem like it's one of the best on the planet. So
no, I think next time I go to Walmart, I'm just going to go to the one in over by Woodbury Common. Because it's basically 20 minutes in either direction for me, and I feel like that Walmart's just nicer. It's bigger, it's better, it's newer.
All right, so there you go. So Target, get your stuff together, man. I mean, it's not like Jared went in there looking for like some obscure auto part. Like, okay, fine, they don't have that motor oil.
And it's just this might be a separate, smaller Rip N Rant, but like I just hate going to stores to buy anything in general, just because like the experience of going out to the store to buy anything sucks. Depending on where you go, if you go to like some corporate chain, there's always some guy who's trying to upsell you on something. You go to a place like Target, there's one cashier, everything else is self-checkout, and the self-checkout's broken, so there's a long line. Everything just sucks about like modern economics, the economy, the way the stores operate and all that sort of stuff. Nobody gives you bags anymore. It's I know this is very old man yells at cloud stuff going on right now, but it just infuriates me. This is the reason why I hate leaving the house.